Well, we've done extensive work with all of our ports of entry, whether air, at sea, and looking at the protocols for re-entry. But as the numbers gradually start to increase, as visitors start to return to Jamaica, it's important that we check the systems to see if they're working. With these increased numbers, we have to do what is situationally appropriate while maintaining the health standards. So we're doing an examination with all agencies that are a part of the process to make sure we're as efficient as we can be while maintaining the safety of our staff. So we're actively, and each time we come we see something else that can be automated, which isn't ideal, but as we automate more steps in the process, it allows less time for data entry. It allows people to move through different stations a little faster. So admittedly, we've seen quite a bit more work to be done today. We're going to redouble our efforts and kind of get back to it to ensure that with the increased numbers we expect over the next 2 weeks, we're better able to process them faster. So part of it is based on the infrastructure, right? The airports were built in a way to process people almost like a conveyor belt. In the pandemic era, that's not how you're going to be able to process people. You're going to have to consider the required spacing and space for health checks. So I imagine that even new ports of entry and even old ports of entry are going to have to be retrofitted to facilitate the sorts of space while you're processing people that allows for social distancing, that allows for health teams to be able to work, as those seem to be the biggest gaps. So we've seen some issues that really readily can't be fixed because the infrastructure wasn't designed for the number of people in certain hallways that you have. But we're making the best of it. We're marking the floors, trying to space out people as best as possible. We're creating better designed areas for the people to do the checks. So hopefully that achieves what we want. Generally, I mean, let's break them down into categories. Your residents and citizens returning home are just happy to be home, right? And generally they've marked the professionalism that they see from the agencies working here. Tourists themselves, I mean, we've had videos online who have commented how well we have done. I mean, they've said that our process seems safer and stronger than what they experience in larger countries and more developed countries. So I think the feedback thus far is good. We've had hiccups, there's no doubt about that. But generally there's a far higher positivity rate than negative rate. And that's always what you want to maintain, but never settle. You want to get to the point where you're as close to 100% as possible. So, we've put in a lot of work, we have a lot more work to put in. I'd made the announcement in the Senate that we would be engaging Hope workers. They've been going through many training modules, from customer service to IT training to understand the app, to basic airport protocols, to learning how to put on and take off PPEs. Now these are young people, so we're going to have very heavy supervision for them from the teams from MOH, JCF, JDF to make sure that they're following the rules. But this is an example of finding a small silver lining around a dark cloud. So you're putting some young people who are tech savvy into a process to help protect their children, to protect their country, and assure they will bring about a certain level of pride for them. So we look forward to them being deployed this week. All right? Thank you.